You're tuned in to LE Radio. Free the show, free your mind. Live right here, right now. That truth with no chaser. Hosted by women, but not just for women. All are welcome to Get That Plug In with Dawn the CEO. Get out and about with Brittany Lady Poetry. Events Blackboard. Come sip that tea with Gina Boo. Community Spotlight. Stay locked in to LE Radio, an iHeartRadio show. The People's Exchange.
Today we are going to do the community spotlight for Dr. Anise Marbury. Dr. Anise Marbury, she's an advocate, educator, and Georgia certified peace officer. Dr. Marbury received her first master's degree in 2000. She was hired by DeVry University as an assistant professor. She also went on to obtain her PhD in education. Dr. Marbury launched her first podcast called The Back to Us Show in March of 2013. Then 3 months later, she turned a single show into the only social justice called Focus Advocacy Network for the LGBTQ community. As of today, the Back to Us Radio is still the only podcast network that offers free airtime to the LGBTQ community. Also in 2013, Marbury starred in her own reality series on the Oprah Winfrey Network called Trouble Next Door. In 2015, Dr. Marbury pursued her lifelong passion of turning homeschooling into a valuable education option for children with special needs. Also, students that are at risk of aging out or dropping out of the public school system. Today, Dr. Marbury has partnered with parents to award more than 39 high school diplomas. That is awesome. Dr. Marbury resides in the East Atlanta area with her wife, Benny, their son, Niles, 2 guinea pigs, 2 dogs, and her mom. We want to thank Dr. Anise Marbury for all that she does.
You're live with LE Radio Entourage.
Yeah, you're live with LE Radio. I know y'all feeling that. That's Diana Ross there in the background. Old school. Y'all don't know nothing about that. What you know about that, Brittany?
I don't be honest with you.
See, she don't know nothing. That's some Chicago. But that's Diana Ross. But that's a whole house anthem going on right there. But you know, it's called Sweet Love, but it's like remixed to make it into, you know, that nice little beat we got back there.
I like it.
Yeah. Sunday, it's the Super Bowl. Nope, we ain't looking at it. Don't do football. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead on and I'm going to turn this mic over to Brittany so she could get into that Events Blackboard, people.
Hello, everybody. Yes, it is Super Bowl Sunday, but I mean, boycotting the NFL. So I stand with Cap. So anyway, I don't like the Patriots anyway, so they suck. But moving on to our Blackboard. Okay, so we still are in the midst of the season for the Punani Poets. So the first show we're going to talk about is the School of Seduction with Maha, the lovely, lovely, lovely Maha. So again, class is in session and the Punani Poets are teaching the ABCs of love in Jessica Holter's School for Seduction in Valentine's Day season. So again, we have Maha taking the lead on this hyper romantic cabaret with music and poetry and dance and a whole lot of audience role play. So again, those shows are in Virginia Beach. We also have Atlanta, which is February 14th, Valentine's Day. So be sure to get that ticket. We have Philly coming up February 16th. And then we got New York City, New York, of course, and February 17th. So definitely get those tickets as soon as possible. You cannot buy tickets day of. So don't be looking crazy when you try to text and get a ticket and you can't get in, because you have to get these tickets prior to the show. So the next show we got going on is, of course, Secret of the Pearl. Ooh. Secret of the Pearl is a sexy show filled with romantic music and poetry, dance, and a lot of love. So come and explore your curiosity. You know, you might learn something. You might find some things out about yourself and discover a precious secret of the pearl with the theatric romantic comedy show for lesbians and women who just love and appreciate that divine feminine, you know. So those shows are going to be in Los Angeles, of course, West Coast. The first show, February 13th. Then we're going to go up to San Francisco, February 14th. We got Seattle, Washington, February 15th. Then coming back to the South in Macon, Georgia, February 16th. And then in Atlanta, Georgia, February 17th, which, of course, LE Radio will be at those two Atlanta shows. We do have VIP tickets, so you have to message us to get these VIP tickets so you can sit up there with us and chill. We're not holding them.
We're not holding them. Not holding tickets, and these tickets going fast. They are going fast.
Absolutely.
The 2 shows in Oakland sold out. I posted it up there. We did end up doing the Friday show sold out, and then it rolled over into Saturday, the people who couldn't get into the Friday show.
Right.
But we're actually 3 shows sold out. Mm-hmm. 1 in LA, 1 in Oakland, and 1 in Dallas.
Oh, nice.
And I know Dallas people, I'm sorry. I know y'all keep hitting me up about getting into that Dallas show. We are working hard to see if we can get a bigger venue because it's just too much to do a second show. And if you in Chicago, you need to get those tickets ASAP as well, because in Chicago, we did 2 shows. Remember, Brittany, we had the 2 shows. We had to split the people up. We did, and that sold out. That was 200 people, 100 for the first and 100 for the second show. But this time we doing 1 show so we could get all those people in at that one time.
Right.
But again, these shows do sell out. Don't be fooled. Do not go by on Facebook invites, because it's people who come to these shows religiously every year who is not on Facebook saying that they coming or whatever, and they get the tickets because they usually come to the shows, because it's only twice a year that the Punani Poets tour. That's Valentine's Day and that's Sweetest Day, which a lot of people in the southern cities don't know nothing about that. That's a midtown thing. But anyway, today is Super Bowl Sunday, so today we're just going to be doing random thoughts. You got them, call in, share them. But today is just Random Thought Sunday. That's it. We will have some more shows coming up. So, I'm sorry, Brittany, you had something else to say. Did I cut you off?
Yeah, we got the last show. You actually kind of led into it.
I led into that last show on the 18th.
Okay. Is, of course, the Head Doctor show. So, just to reference that, we already did the Los Angeles Gone, Oakland. You know, they had mad love all weekend, and I heard the shows were amazing. So next show coming up this week is Wednesday, February 7th. It's going to be in Gary, Indiana. Then we have Columbus, Ohio on February 8th. We have Nashville, Tennessee on February 9th. New Orleans, or Nowlands, I guess, February 10th, which is Saturday. Again, that Dallas, Texas show. We're really working on trying to get that bigger venue so we can get everybody that's on the wait list so they can come. So, you know, just please be patient with us. Hopefully we can get this done, and then you'll be able to experience that. And then we have our DC show, of course, February 15th, and Chicago, February 17th. So that's that 1 show at 7:30. So you guys definitely have to get those tickets. And then, but last but not least, we have Atlanta.
The finale.
Yes.
The end of
show.
the tour with LaToya London and another surprise guest. Celebrity guest that I'm not going to mention right at this moment, but there is a very special guest that will be there on the 18th. I'm talking about Yolanda. LaToya London is special, but we do have another surprise guest.
So you have to be a member of Hip Inc. to get this though. This is an exclusive. So you need to go to Hip Inc. to get that membership. Just, of course, go in and make a donation. You can also leave your information if you want to ever volunteer for any of these events and things like that, because we're definitely taking volunteers and people who want to sponsor, you know, not just their money, but their time as well. But for that show in Atlanta, that's an exclusive. So you have to buy, you have to be a member to get that.
Yes, that's an exclusive show. Exclusive. And don't forget now, if you have some events coming up, anything coming up, and you want to get on Brittany's event, Black Boy, make sure to email her at the show. It's the show at LERadio.org.
Yes.
Now, because I think before I said that, and I kind of confused somebody because I said at something, and they said that the email bounced back. But I think
got him.
So it's the show at leradio.org
Yes.
to get on the events Blackboard. If you have a commercial, anything, any questions you want to be a guest on the show, you can do that by calling 872-803-5532 or just send us an email with your information. Again, today's show is just going to be random thoughts. I got some good music, nice, real music, some
Right.
back on the block music for
Right.
y'all tonight. We still taking music submissions from independent artists, and I'm trying to see what night I want to just dedicate to independent artists, an hour or so or something. I'm still working on that, and also getting ready to come up with a teen show. I have a young man that's interested in, he's 18, just graduated high school, and he's interested in hosting a show for his age group, and I'm excited about that. So
Yeah.
that should be coming up. I'm not gonna get too much information right now, but he's putting that together, and
Okay.
yeah, he wants to do
That's
he wants
awesome.
to do a show. So see,
All right,
and
King, come through.
yes, and he's a young man, a heterosexual
Yeah.
18-year-old young man that's interested in sharing some thoughts and speaking out to his peers. So
All
I'm
right.
I'm totally excited about that. Real excited about that. So that'll be coming to LE Radio airwaves real soon. Also, just like I said, excited now that we are working hard to take this radio show to another level. It took a minute because I was trying to find out how to get radio license to
Right.
play copyright music legally.
Right.
So I
the show
know
taken
I
down.
haven't been like real active on Facebook, because somebody said you never really post anything on FB anymore and your stuff be hilarious. It's because I've been busy with the tour and busy trying to make sure everything is legit. So it took a minute. It took a minute because I was asking people who are DJs that
Right.
DJ in clubs, and I'm like, how do you get licensed to play copyrighted music? They like, I don't have no license, but you're a DJ. Don't you have to have like a DJ license? Don't you need
think
some type of
something.
credentials to so apparently most of them just go in the club and DJ. They just call themselves a DJ and walk in there and DJ. I don't know. They're not on the radio though, so
Okay,
I'm
maybe that's why.
assuming and that it's different because they're not on the radio. They're just doing it in a club, but they make their house mix CDs. So I'm not really sure about that.
Neither.
But anyway, I did a lot of extensive research just to make sure that we were covered, because I don't want to come back and I don't want none of them artists trying to sue me.
Right.
Because all they're going to get is a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Right.
That's all they got coming. They try to sue me. They could have, and they better be lucky if they get a glass of milk with it.
Right.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwich and a bottle of water.
Okay.
But anyway, again, like I said, just excited about a lot of things coming up. This has been a very good year so far, even though we're already into that second month.
I know.
And Valentine's Day is like 10 days away.
I know.
It's 10 days away. So for all those that's been effing up for the last year and
Right.
use that one day to make up, here's your
Right.
one chance to
This
get
is
back
a really
in there.
Good makeup, by the way, as a woman who appreciates gifts and things like that. I'm not saying you don't, but as a woman who appreciates gifts, what better gift than to go to a Punani Poet? Like, I mean, and
Exactly.
honestly, if you messed up really, really bad, you need to go all three of these shows.
All three
Like,
of them. Get
all of
in,
'em.
get in on and find out how to do some kissing, some lap dancing, some other little
Yeah,
stuff.
you need to come with it. Come with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, because I don't know. But once you make up on that one day, because some of y'all be out there, y'all mess up the whole year. That one day come, you wheel her back in with the
Right.
flowers and everything, make her feel
gonna
real
take more
good. She
than the
be thinking
flowers.
like, just done everything, whining down her. You whisper in her ear, tell her what she want to hear. So she be thinking everything good, and then she fall back, and then 24 hours later, you doing that same dumb shit. Don't do
Right.
that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't
a
be that
jerk.
person.
Don't
Don't
be a
be that person. If,
Don't do that.
Get it right. And I always tell people, I tell my close friends this, and anybody, if you don't appreciate it and you know you don't want to, let her go so somebody who appreciates that woman can be with that woman.
Amen.
You know, don't hold, if you know you don't waste her time and don't waste your time. Don't keep her. In the same way, ladies, if they not treating, and men, if you're not getting what you want from that person,
Right.
don't sit there, because if it's 4 years later and you still ain't got it, guess what? You ain't gonna get it.
Right.
And just don't stop wasting your time, because when we get in these relationships and we going back and forth, you got to know when enough is enough. Nobody can tell you. I'm saying this, but nobody can tell you. It's up to you. But that's just like you get in these relationships, and sometimes you want to get married. It's 7 years later, they ain't married you. You not getting married.
Well, yeah, because some people don't really believe in marriage. So.
Yeah, but you have to have these conversations up front. You might go into this relationship thinking, oh, I'm dating this person. I don't want to spend the rest of my life. I want to get married.
Right.
That person may want to be with you, but may not want that legal commitment of marrying you. But you have to have these conversations, up front. Up front. And then you sit up there trying to and don't try to pressure them. Don't be like, oh, if you don't marry me, I'm gonna leave you.
Yeah, ultimatum. Well, no, you can give them. I feel like with ultimatums, if you give an ultimatum, be willing to follow through. Don't give an ultimatum and then ultimately give into it.
Right.
So if I tell you, okay, well, if you don't do this, then I'm gonna leave. Then you don't do it, and I'm still there, and I'm still trying to make you feel bad for not doing it. No, if you give an ultimatum, be willing to follow through on it. Don't tell somebody that you're going to do something and then not do it, because then they won't take you seriously afterwards either.
No, they won't. Just be careful with them ultimatums. Be real careful, because I've been given some and I always choose the other.
Yeah.
I don't never do what you want. You give me one. Well, I ain't going to say never. Should never say never.
Right.
But I say previously when they were given to me,
mm-hmm.
I still did. I was just like, oh, okay, whatever.
Right.
I pretty much just blew it off. But again, it is the season of love.
Yes, it is.
Every day should be the season of love.
It should.
It should.
It's
It's not.
It should, though.
But it should be. But today is Random Thought Sunday. Like I said, it's Super Bowl Sunday. I don't look at the Super Bowl. I don't look at football. I don't care. And it's weird because I'm like the gay child, the lesbian child. My sister like super straight, and that's why I tell people don't assume things, because people would assume, oh, yours. And I hate this. When we're gonna get into that about who's the man and the woman in a relationship. They automatically just look, and because of appearance wise, you must be the man in the relationship. No, I'm a woman that love women. I'm not a man.
Right.
So I was talking to one of the guys at work, and they was talking about football or something. I don't look at football, but my sister do, and she's feminine, and she's heterosexual. She look at football, baseball, golf. She was trying to tell me one day, she was looking at basketball,
baseball, maybe,
and when we were staying together, she was looking at something, and and she was just like, she literally, my little sister straight. She was like, "Girl, can you be quiet till a commercial come on?" Because I was sitting there trying to figure out. Like, she had a Super Bowl to whatever they do.
Yeah, the Super Bowl.
The only thing I like about the Super Bowl is I look at the halftime. But I was trying to ask her something about the football team. I think it was the football, baseball. I don't remember, but I was trying to ask her something, and she looked at me like, "Girl, if you don't shut the hell up until a commercial come on."
I'm not gonna lie, I've done that before. But see, I'm also one that I watch the draft. Like, and I even said
she
that.
do
I'm
all
like,
of
does
that
make me less of a feminine woman that I watch the draft and actually know who these people are?
So liking sports has nothing to do with sexuality. It has nothing at all to do with masculine or feminine. It's just, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Right. I don't do football. I don't do it. But I will say this. My luck when they betting on games is good, though. Because at my some couple of years ago, when they sent around a little thing to bet, right? So I just looked, and they said, "What team you want to bet on?" And I don't remember the team now, but I know their colors was it was green, I think, green and gold. Is it the Packers?
Green Bay, yeah.
Green Bay. Okay, yeah, it was them. So I like their uniform. So I said, it whatever game, it wasn't the Super Bowl. It was just, they just do some little big thing. So whatever that was, I just voted on them because I liked how they look. I like their uniforms. So I voted because I said, oh, they got cool uniforms. Gave my money, won $100. Then they came back, and I did it like 3 times in a row. And then I'm not a gambler, but I won. And then the guy that I was working with, this was back in Chicago, he was like, what made you pick them? And then he wanted me to pick a team. I said, I just like their uniforms. He said, stop playing. He said, are you serious? I was like, I just picked them based on how their uniforms look. I don't know nothing about football. I couldn't tell you not one person name, not one player on a team, because I don't care anything about football. So I just picked them because I like the green uniforms. Yeah,
Right.
and I kept picking them, and then that last time I didn't pick them, they didn't win either. But the 3 times that I did pick them, they won. I just kept picking them because I like their uniform. So they should have listened to me. I told him. I told him when I was betting.
Right,
He was like, "Why you
listen,
you better
like,
pick them?
hey,
Pick
hey."
them. They got cute uniforms." But anyway, you're tuned in to LE Radio, Random Thoughts Sunday. We're missing our co-host today, Gina. She's out at doing some working, Super Bowl and bartending, whatever. But
Right.
she's sending her
We
best.
miss you, Gina.
We miss you, Gina. But she will be back here.
Securing that bag. That's
Yeah,
okay.
she'll be back here next Sunday. But right now, we're going to take a quick little commercial break into some music for your soul. This is real music, people, real music. Because I don't know what this trap and this music is that they listen to today.
Mumble rapping.
Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea. But we're going to get into some real music. That's what we're about to do. Let's see, where do I want to start at? How about some Keith Sweat? Y'all feeling him?
Okay.
This brother right here. This was the bagging, this pleading, this man. But
This one is, yeah.
every man, I ain't gonna get off on him because he made his music good. I'm feeling him. So we're gonna start off with some Keith Sweat. Good luck.